Before we start this video, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my sponsors, British Nerd Network. If you guys would, go ahead and check out their website. I'll leave a link in the description. So thank you guys for helping me with this video and helping me promote it. Hello everybody and welcome back to My Hero Fandom. And I know what you guys are thinking right now. Why are we covering Dragon Ball? Why is the title something about Dragon Ball and why is the thumbnail? Well, I ran a little bit of a poll on Twitter, and for those of you who do not know, My Hero Fandom does have a Twitter now. But while we're waiting for My Hero to start back up, I figured I would cover the rest of Dragon Ball Super. And one thing that I'd like to cover as we come to like the last couple episodes, we're seeing Jiren and Goku go head to toe in this big brawl, and you see the spoilers coming from Shonen Jump, and Herms keeps translating them for us. But one thing that has not been noticed yet or said about the spoilers is Frieza. And I actually have a screenshot that it's going to be the ending of the video. We'll discuss a little bit on really quick. It's going to be a fast video, but on what I think is going to happen. Well, as we see that Goku has finally unlocked the mastered Ultra Instinct, the final form of it, and he just, you see it once he catches that one energy blast from Jiren that was supposed to knock Goku off. He goes insane and just starts beating the living hell out of Jiren, and he makes Jiren look like he's weak. He's just completely weak. And I think that's where Jiren's downfall was, that he had let Goku come back and not take him off to start. You see in Dragon Ball time and time again where Goku does have a comeback no matter who he's fighting. I think that was Jiren's worst mistake, was not knocking Goku off when he had the chance, because as Goku had said, Vegeta had said to Universe 11's God of Destruction, he said that us as Saiyans, we have progressed ourselves time and time again and broken our limits. You see it with Kefla, Kale, Caulifla, that's what you want to call their fusion. You see it with Vegeta himself, Kaba. He's right. And I think that's where Jiren had definitely screwed himself over with, was letting Goku live. But here's what I think's going to happen. Jiren is not going to lose. Let's be honest. He's not going to lose. He's the strongest warrior we've ever seen. I think Goku right now, it does have the upper hand, but if we remember from the first time he had Ultra Instinct, he had a lot of heat burning off and then eventually lost it and ran out of time, basically. That's where I think this is going to happen, that this form is so overwhelming that he's not going to be able to control it for that long. So then we're going to see Jiren turn the tables on him and eventually knock him out of the tournament. And I know there's only 2 minutes left, and that's a lot. Well, I think it's 2 minutes. That's a lot to cover in 2 minutes, but that's my piece on it, what I think is going to happen. And then everybody says, oh, well, then that means Universe 11 is won. I think what will happen is Frieza, Frieza, he is this mischievous devil. He's going to do something to, say Jiren's weak, out of energy, and floating on a rock. That's when you see Frieza come in and use like a blast, a key blast, destroy the rock, and Jiren falls. Ultimately Jiren falls and gets knocked out. It's a cheap way to do it, but then that's how Frieza wins, and Frieza can get his wish. That would be a really interesting way, I think, for them to go. But I don't see them going. That's a lie. I do see them going that route, in my opinion. But it could go many different ways. We could have, say, Jiren almost beating Goku, Frieza trying to team up with Jiren, then Jiren knocking Frieza out at that point. But I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see on what Akira Toriyama is going to do with 3 episodes. We got a break coming up this weekend, I believe, and then we have, I think it's episode 130 and 131 is all we have left. So my expectations is this next episode is going to be huge, just like the first Jiren fight. It'll break the internet, and then 131 will be the recap of all of Dragon Ball Super. And and I don't think they're going to be ending the show completely. I think what will happen is that we'll get like a year break, because they really just kind of dove straight into this one instead of like Dragon Ball Z, where they had so much time to plan arcs. This one, I mean, you got to think that ever since Battle of Gods came out 5 years ago, they've been non-stop working to please us, and we've been getting episode after episode. I mean, they've taken like a month, not a month, but like a week or two break. But I mean, some people complain about how Super is bad because it's a lot of like nonsense power-ups given to Goku. But I mean, you got to look at the facts. I mean, they only had so much time, and I mean, I can't create a whole storyline arc in less than a week. So I don't know, I'm kind of glad they're taking a break, but I'm also upset because I'm gonna miss Dragon Ball. I mean, it's been my life for the past 5 years, but that's fine. We'll be to watch My Hero, get a little bit of a break from Dragon Ball, and hopefully Dragon Ball comes back next year, because we do have a movie coming out at the ending of this year. We have in December, I believe, is when the movie will drop. But my final piece on the tournament. So far, this was my favorite arc, I think, that or the Goku Black arc. But the tournament, the reason why I would say that it's my favorite is just because we get to see so many characters open up. And that's something we haven't been able to see in a while. We've got to see Vegeta open up about his pride even more, and him give that last little bit of energy to Goku. Now, as this ends, we only have about less than a minute left. This is the screenshot. Feel free to pause the video if you want. This is what Oppai Senpai released on his Twitter page of Frieza being still alive, hidden inside of the rubble, like the rocks back there. I don't know if this is fake or not, but we will find out. So I believe that's all I'm going to have. It will be a really short video today. Leave a comment and like the video. If you guys want me to cover any more of Dragon Ball Super or any other animes, please feel free to comment on there and follow us on Twitter at My Hero Fandom. Thank you.